Did you know for every 10 degrees drop in temperature, you lose 1 psi of pressure in your tire?
Word. Word.
Cold winter temperatures are hard on you and your vehicle. And because your vehicle uses lots of fluids for lubrication, cooling, and heating, these fluids need to be protected from freezing. Let us go through what needs to be done to get your car ready for the winter. Hello there, Pierre Repair here. Thank you very much for tuning in to another video. I appreciate your presence, and if you're new here, welcome. Number 1 on the list is freezing point. When liquid is cold, it contracts, but when frozen, it expands. The engine coolant has a freezing point, and if the freezing point is close to water, it will freeze and ruin your engine. Here's how you check the freezing point of coolant. This is a refractometer. It can test coolant and battery solution. You need to do this while the engine is cold. Please don't attempt to do this while the engine is hot, as this can have catastrophic consequences. So open the high pressure coolant reservoir cap or the radiator cap, whichever that you have. Take a sample of the coolant and place it on the glass the way I'm demonstrating right now, and close the cover and look through the eyepiece. And this is what the result looks like. Where the blue line starts, this is where we get the freezing point, and the Fahrenheit is on the right side, and it's about 35 Fahrenheit, and that's a good freezing point right there. And you see ethylene glycol. Modern vehicles, they have ethylene glycol as opposed to propylene glycol coolant. This coolant will not freeze until the ambient temperature reaches minus 35. This is not the wind chill, it's the ambient temperature. And I'm okay with anything that's minus 40 and lower. Number 2 on the list is the battery. A lot of cars fail to start in the winter due to weak batteries. Batteries are like humans. They don't like being too cold nor too hot. They have a CCA rating, which stands for cold cranking amps. The CCA rating tells you the amperage value the battery can deliver at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a top-down battery tester. It is a cheaper version than a Medtronic tester, and this one you can buy it on Amazon for a very cheap price. So all you do to start testing, you connect it to the positive and negative terminals of the battery directly. Then it's going to boot up. Once it boots up, it's going to tell you the voltage of the battery. Of course, a full charge voltage is 12.6 for a 12 volt battery, automotive 12 volt battery. So in this case, we see 12.6 right here. And if the battery needs to be recharged before you do the test, it'll also tell you. Follow the prompts on the screen, select battery test and regular flooded battery. This is not an AGM battery. This is a regular lead acid battery. Select that. Now you need to select the CCA rating of the battery. In this case, it's 730 CCA. We select that, and then you just hit OK, and it will perform the test on the battery. And as you can see right here, the battery needs to be replaced. So we're going to replace this battery. And this battery was replaced, in fact, in March of this year. The battery also has a date stamp on it. So we replaced that battery earlier this year, but this car mainly sits around, and that's why I think this battery needs to be replaced, because it just sits there. We rarely use this vehicle. So this battery needs to be replaced. Now let's talk about engine oil. 5W30 is an SAE type of engine oil. It is a multi-grade kind of oil in which the W stands for winter, and the numbers represent the viscosity tested at both 0 Fahrenheit and 212 Fahrenheit. It is extremely important to use the correct oil viscosity in your engine, especially in winter temperatures. So if you do for an oil change, don't wait. Go ahead and have your oil changed, or switch to a winter blend if you have a summer blend in there. Up next is the serpentine belt and hoses. The serpentine belt drives accessories such as the alternator and your water pump. If broken while driving, it could pose a danger to your safety. It is good practice to check the serpentine belt ribs for cracks and replace if necessary. Also check cooling, fuel, and lubrication system hoses for damage or cracks. Now let's move on to tires. Your tires are the point of contact between your vehicle and the road. Therefore, they need to be in very good condition. You can visually inspect your tires for uneven wear, and I have uneven wear on this, and I already am on the legal limit. You see, all tires have wear bars, and the wear bars are at 2/32. That tells you the tires need to be replaced. This is the limit for those tires, and if your tires reach that point, this is the time for them to be replaced. You don't need a tread depth gauge to tell you that. And if there's uneven wear, you may need both to replace your tires and an alignment. Most people use all-season tires, but if you switch your tires seasonally, it's time to switch for winter. Also, keep the correct tire pressure because as temperature drops, so does pressure. Wipers and windshield washer fluid. Check the condition of your wiper blades, and right now would be a good time to switch to winter wiper blades if you have summer ones in there. And your washer fluid needs to be protected. A good -20 Fahrenheit to -30 Fahrenheit freezing point for your washer fluid. That would be a good option depending on where you are. It's also a good time right now to make sure while it's cool, still cool outside, make sure that your defogger and defroster systems work. And while you're at it, make sure you have cabin heat. You really don't want to learn this the hard way. Lighting system. Check your headlights, turn signal, backup lights, tail lights, and everything that gives you illumination. Lubing, etc. Lube your door locks, door hinges, etc. This is not meant to be a complete list, but I hope you were able to use it as a guide to get your vehicle ready for the winter. You can never do too much to get yourself ready for extreme temperatures. Keep a safety kit in your vehicle, shovel, blanket, anything that you think may keep you safe, and also extra food. You never know. On this note, Pierre Ripper out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. I want to thank you very much for subscribing and hanging around. Bye-bye.